Ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by a talented builder within the Empyrion community, whose builds could be said are efficient and aesthetically charming, one who has effectively captured the starter capital vessel category, but also has a number of equally efficient and charming mid to late game builds using his own design theme. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Procyon Lotor. Hello there.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
So, what's in your name, Procyon Lotor?
Well, Procyon Lotor is the Latin name of the raccoon. The scientific name of the raccoon, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't know any words in Latin except that.
So you were telling me before that you are a flight instructor. What's that life like?
Indeed. Well, we live a lot with the weather. So if if the weather is good, we fly. If it's not good, we do simulators, we do classes. So it's pretty busy. It's a pretty busy job, but I like it. So
So how did you get into Empyrion?
but it wasn't in 2020. So so there was that thing called the COVID-19. So I saw in the news like what happening in China and Europe. So all the lockdowns and stuff. So I had two things in mind. First, I need a graphic card, and second, I need a game which I'm gonna play for hours. So my first idea was Space Engineers because I had some friends playing that game. They liked that game. Uh, but they told me there's nothing else to do. You build spaceship and that's it. My other choice was No Man's Sky. But No Man's Sky at this era in 2020, nobody liked that because there's nothing to do. You can, okay, you explore the world, you explore the galaxy, but that's it. So the ratings were very low, so I wasn't inviting. So so I was checking on Steam some similar games, and I found this game, and I thought it looks ugly, but I think I can do something with that. But so I tried, and yeah, I'm hooked up now.
So suffice to say, the creative aspect was the bigger draw for you then, not so much survival.
Yeah, the creative was way more inviting than the survival. At that time, uh, I didn't know that the weight and volume and CPU were existed. So it was Alpha 11, I think,
Hmm.
and I wasn't really uh, I wasn't really enjoying the game. So I was about to quit, but but I was looking in the workshop and stuff and read it, and people were like sharing stuff with Reforge written on it. So I didn't understood what was Reforged exactly. So I check in the forum of Empyrean, and I see that it was Vermilion that was creating something else with the game. And when I look in the forum, at each point I was reading, it was a revelation because the thing that was frustrating, I saw that somebody fixed that. So yeah, I got hooked up again with Reforge.
Hmm. Well, tell me about your history with building games.
It's my first one actually. uh, before Empyrean, I was more in 4X games like Master of Orions, Galactic Civilization. So I think that's Galactic Civilization was my first experience with shipbuilding because it's a 4X games where you explore the universe and kill people, but you had the ability to design your own spaceship depending on the role. So it doesn't affect really the gameplay depending on what form you do. But yeah, I think that's the first thing, the first moment I had to share to build stuff.
What sci-fi influences would you say have been most profound on you?
Sci-fi, but well, there's Halo. Yeah, the Halo spaceship, the Halo universe have a lot of inspiration, like the Pelican or other spaceship like these. The Expanse, the series, the ships are wonderful. Um, and also the Alien franchise. So my first combat CVs are really inspired by the Sulaco from the second Alien movie. But I'm also inspired into with real life stuff, mostly like for example the uh, Iowa class battleship, which
Mm,
was an American battleship in World War II.
yeah.
I got a lot of inspiration from huge battleship of World War II. Also submarines. I imagine that building a spaceship, going in space, doing combat. I'm pretty sure that everything is crammed together. There's no like big room. Like, well, now you are in a hangar right now. It doesn't show that, but I believe that a spaceship would look like the same thing as some things in a submarine or a battleship. So I get a lot of inspiration of naval uh, weapons and also like in real life airplanes. Yeah, helicopters and airplanes that are currently in service. Like for example, my Osprey SV are just a futuristic take of these uh, these these aircraft.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I could see it. Um, did you ever play like World of Warships? Yeah, I know you mentioned Iowa. I'm curious if you ever had played that or maybe.
No, I didn't, and I haven't tried War Thunder yet. Well, obviously, if I play War Thunder, I will be on an aircraft and doing maneuvers with it.
And so which sci-fi theme would you say is your favorite? If those have played an impact on you, which one maybe I guess you can include even beyond like a design aspect, like maybe it's a theme that isn't correlated into your builds or relevant to it, but maybe it's something you just enjoy.
Well, the Alien franchise, I think it's the best sci-fi environment
Yeah.
I could see. All the aesthetic of it. I remember that. Well, there was the last film, Romulus,
Hmm.
recently, and I was with my girlfriend at the cinema, and I was telling her that look at all the aesthetic inside the spaceship. So, so I was more amazed by the setting, the design of the spaceship in the movie than the movie itself. But the movie itself is good too. So I'm a little sold out to uh, to Alien because I love all the movies of them.
All right, moving beyond the influence of the sci-fi, um, has any builder or any other creative person within the community had an influence on your builds?
Filbert Farmer.
I can see it too.
Filbert, yeah, of course, J. Randall set the standard in shipbuilding. I guess I'm pretty sure of that. Like the block works, the change of the all the colors, the lighting, so you learn a lot with J. Randall's build. Uh, Filbert Farmer had like something special in his build. I feel that all these ships are the ship from a villain in the comic book. So they have this mood, and I really like that. And yeah, obviously, uh, Excalibur. Excalibur was very his builds was and you always say that it's function over form. So with his build, I learned to add functions like a purpose and stuff like this. Um, and of course, you and NT also. Jesus. Yeah, your builds and NTs are stellar.
Thank you. I could see like some of the interior. I kind of feel like some of the NT vibes. See a little bit with like the colors, maybe a darker tone. I kind of see it.
And this really like all the little lights on the sides. Yeah,
Yeah. And so, what part of the build process is most time consuming for you?
the testings.
Testing.
Yeah, because I don't like to. Well, not in the beginning, but now if I post something, if I publish something on the workshop, I prefer testing it out
Yeah.
before because not in the beginning when I started, but now I know that yeah, there's a so if you share it to someone, it's supposed to work. So if you say that it's an end game ship fighting end game stuff, so I need to test it against end game stuff. So that's pretty much. I think it's a long process. So sometimes I have a build for a few months and I try it on the server. So and if I kind of like it, I will publish it.
Very nice.
And now you're stuck on the repair bay. You're supp you're supposed to go this. You're supposed to go there with the F5 with the drone.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, is it because it access all the heavy cannons.
I see. Okay, that's
Sometimes with the so when you're stuck there, you see the door open, so you just
drone
spawn your
F5.
drone and go repair your cannons. And you
Aha.
have also on top, you have also on top of you the cannon, the heavy cannon on top.
Oh, that's cool. So
Because
you got,
since there's shield penetration, sometimes they aim your cannons and they are precious.
yeah.
So you can go out and go away while the shield recharge, you repair your cannons.
Oh, that's slick, man. Very nice. Very cool system. So, yeah, right. Yeah, so you don't have to expose yourself. That's very cool.
But yeah, if you're not in gun mode, or if you're not in space, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So that's, like, okay, all right, you're making something good with this little the protrusion of the model here. You're making something constructive of it. That's very cool. I didn't,
Thanks.
I didn't think of something like that. It's pretty slick. Yeah. And that's all of them? We can tap all of them?
Three of the four. So
Okay.
that's the two in the front, and you have one in on top of the bridge.
Yeah.
Just over the seat.
Yeah. Well, if those are the forward most ones, then that makes sense and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the one in the back at the bottom is pretty far away.
Okay. Very nice, man. Very nice. I like that. So these all tend to follow a similar theme here. It seems a good fusion of like Halo and some other aspects going on here with these. What
Yeah. So
you find this
sorry.
you find this form to be very efficient for your playthroughs with deleting enemies and such.
Yeah. Well, RE1 and RE2 were different. So if we see RE2 ships, the nose is way bigger
Yeah.
than RE1. So this one, the Abjurer, is only combat steel and Xeno steel in the front.
Mhm.
There's nothing. It's just armor, armor, armor with
Yeah.
some decoys.
Yeah. Very good portion. All of it dedicated to combating what
But
happens.
at the same time, it's cool to make the big nose pretty.
Yeah.
It looks like the keel of a huge battleship. So and also which a modern submarine have also the same shape.
Very nice. Very good. Yep. A good decoy housing here. Armor. Yeah. You've got line of sight for all of your turrets and
Yeah, that's important.
It's all
And
very
all the thrusters are in the back. So if you have the enemy in front, it's okay. But if you have
mhm.
like multiple enemy on each side, that can be a problem.
Yeah,
But it's pretty rare that you have multiple OPVs against you.
very nice.
But like for example, the Diviner is a RE1 build. The nose is smaller than the Conjurer, for example.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yep, definitely.
But anyway, well, as long as you have shield, you don't have receive any damage from your hull. But in RE2, it's different.
Okay, so so we covered what product process is most time consuming for you. And so what's the easiest thing for you?
Oof. The easiest thing.
So for some people, like block work just comes naturally. Maybe even some people, textures is a better process, and maybe Seleucicor finds LCDs are easy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. But oh, but yeah, I totally forgot about Toulouse the Core is a big inspiration too. About LCD stuff is a good inspiration
Yeah.
because we don't really think about that when you do something. Oh, I should do LCDs. Yeah, sometimes I don't think about it. But I think yeah, the texturing I find it easy. I always choose the same texture, so I'm not very original on my stuff. But so it's always the same texturing. And so as you see the red band on each of my ships, it's the inspiration from that is it was a fighter squadron in World War II. It was the Tuskegee Airmans,
Oh,
mostly known as the
red
Red Tail
tails? Yeah.
Squadron. Yeah, so I found their P-51 with the red tail on the back was flashy with with the gray silver of the aircraft with the red on the tip. It shows like something like powerful. So yeah, that's the inspiration from it.
Oh, that's very cool,
On my,
man.
from my new builds, it is more darker because I think was the red was way too flashy. I decided to tone it down a bit to have a look more military. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's pretty cool backstory, man. I like that. Wow. Okay, well, let's see here. I love the aesthetic from the back, man. It's really good. You got some good wraparounds and housing for the thrusters. That's always an important feature. You know, that's going to be what you're most looking at the ship as you fly. So it's very important to get these looking good, and they do. Very good right here.
and
Very cool. I love that.
oh, thanks to Vermilion for that. That he put the rocket thrusters, the false thrusters. So for example, the Abjurer have two in the back that are antimatter thruster,
Yeah.
but four of them are rocket drive. So they are fake thrusters. They pull they have some power, but it's negligible. But I think it adds some aesthetics. So I don't want to put 8 advanced thrusters because it's costly in CPU,
Yeah.
but I can make it pretty anyway.
Druid starter, very efficient, nice pocket fighter. This was done for the challenge, correct?
Oh yeah, that was the a challenge. The challenge was to make a core two fighter unit to have your to improve extenders in RE1. It's a core 2 battleship, but you have enough to fight a Sonnet and steal the extender to go for a core 4.
So which of your builds is your favorite?
Oof. The RE2 Martin, the Martin. I think it was a little on the other side. I think it's on the ground.
Ah, yo, so we
Yeah,
lost fuel. Okay, very nice.
that's my daily.
Is it? It's your
So
workhorse?
instead of yeah, instead of going to trade station, going to trade with other players, doing mining, doing salvage, it does everything. So I'm always on it. So if I have a few auto miners in other planets, so if you have auto miners in the system, so I just use that and I go to each auto miners and that's it. That's it does all the thing except you cannot like doing a raid to a POI, but
Mm-hmm.
even with a POI, you just sit near the POI and you do your stuff. It's a core 6, and you can put two extra core on it. So you can add 8 drill modules. You can upgrade the shield. You can upgrade the thruster, so you can go on the high G planet with it.
Very nice.
So sometimes I go on metallic moon with it. So yeah, so that's I think it's a good all-around ship.
Respectable cargo too. So it's got what, 6?
Yeah, it's all harvest cargo. So you just put the drill modules and you're good to go.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's a utility car.
And so that's your favorite. What would you say is your least favorite?
Oh, oof.
And do we have that?
Do I have one? I don't know. Maybe my first build ever.
All right.
My
Let's go take a look. Well,
oh
your
yeah.
first CV, anyways.
Yeah, my first CV ever. It's a Mark IV because I did some upgrades, so it was worse than that before.
Oh man, I'd love to see that.
But the cannon in the front with the fuel tanks in the back, just behind the cannons. So, so yeah. So I
uh,
guarantee you, the first time I met a Zyrex OPV, it was over.
oh my goodness, look at this. So, well, that's okay. We got we have decoy RCS.
Well, that was before well, like I said, Excalibur was saying function over form,
Hmm.
but me it was form over form over form over form. So there wasn't any function. It's just I put cannons and it looks pretty. Let's go. Yeah, big mistake.
If this is your first CV, this is actually good, man. Yeah.
Oh, first completed.
Okay, completed. So you had some iterations of
Some abandoned and
yeah. So with your building process, is it do you one shot your builds or is there a lot of uncompleted programs? Like what sort of ratio are we talking
I
here?
was maybe one out of 20.
Wow, really? 1 out of 20 gets done?
Yeah, but not done. But they are maybe is my personality. But if I spend too much time on something, I will just pass on something else.
Yeah.
So if after a week or two, if I not finish, I'm not interested anymore.
Uh,
Oh, look at the windows. I didn't know that you could change the tint.
uh-huh.
So they are inverted.
I think it gives it character.
And I'm pretty sure that you can check the cargo and there's no cargo at all because I didn't know the weight and volume existed,
Oh my. Let's
and
see.
the CPU either. The cargo one is just $1.
It's like SV numbers here.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't understand the weight and volume function on that, so I just dropped everything on my character and that's it.
I like the
The repair bay,
you got the integrated thrusters there with the accessible ceiling. Repair bay for
the
small.
repair bay,
Yep.
but nothing that can go there.
I don't know, man. I think you could get some stuff in there, man. Come on now. Let's have a challenge. Let's see what we're looking at here. I definitely think you can get something in there. Yeah.
Okay, okay, you win.
There are builds. Yeah, it's still good space, man. Definitely get like a Star Lancer. You can get some bigger stuff in here. This is not bad. This actually works. Yeah. No, this is really good. Uh, for your first completed.
Yeah, first completed.
Mm-hmm. So you got like the thrusters in the back here. Being on the extremities is going to give you a good yaw. Now, all that's thrown away by this configuration, but the things were different back then, right? The thrust values were
Yeah,
different, so that's fine.
indeed, yeah.
Then you got this here too, which is also good for your lift being at the extremes there. Yeah,
Yeah, at least I understood these things because I work with physics every day, so I know what is the yaw and all these things that if you put thrust on the extremity, well, you have better yaw. So I had the basics because I work with them every day. So yeah, that wasn't much an issue for me.
so that does play a factor into your experience as a flight instructor and that associated life that plays a factor into your design, would you say?
Yeah, well, on the feeling of the when you fly the aircraft, it it's something that I felt a lot in Reforge compared to Vanilla. Because Vanilla, you just put a thruster and you fly like a drone. But when you go on RE1, the thrusters are less strong. Even in RE2, now that you can have you have to put combat steels on your SVs now if you want to fight POIs. So there's this weight factors that is added, and when you fly your SB, I want that feeling that it's heavy and it's moving. There's heavy things moving. So uh, some things that I didn't felt in vanilla,
Yeah.
but in RE2 we feel it way more. Like yeah, it's tough to move away. It's not. It's very basic physics, and even I don't. Uh, yeah, it's very basic for physics, but I try to make some things that looks that feels good to control.
So these are your first two releases to Workshop CV and SV.
Yeah,
Clearly had a color theme going on, to which we eventually evolved into maybe more of a standard gray with again your red striping, which became your theme. But I guess prior to that, we were going like for a black and white thing going on here.
yeah, because again, I didn't know you could customize your colors.
Oh,
Uh, so they are the default colors. So I put an hanger, but nothing go in there.
Yeah, I see that, man. I'm thinking, an SV goes in here or something, but no.
Yeah, form over form.
All right. That's not bad, man. This would still be a pretty decent starter, I think.
Yeah, it was a starter. This one was more evolved way to do a starter because yeah, the clone chamber with the medic bay in the back. But yeah, it was it has a little more weapons.
A little bit of RP going on.
Yeah. So that is something that I learned with looking some builds from other people, the RP stuff. It's not something useful to the game, but it's immersive.
Yeah. Is the bridge accessible? No, it's not. So this is
No,
complete.
well, I think there's a ramp. No, no, it's not accessible from the inside. You need to get out.
Uh-huh. Hold on here. Let's try this out. All right, let's see here. Undocked vessel. Oh, we got the SV connected to it. All right. I'm definitely curious now. Nice little flat area here, and okay, so we got that. Okay, so it's got to be jet packed in, so
Yeah.
okay.
You see zero function.
I don't know. It's functioning as a very efficient cost starter. I guess that's our function there. It still has some charm to it. I don't know what it is. Something about it. But yeah, for first release, very cool. Very cool. Um, so that's your CV, and then you got this guy here. Presuming this is also a starter.
Yeah, that's a starter. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Obviously, you see the cargo is just $1.
Wow. Okay. 125 for ammo, and one for standard cargo. So yeah, so you're kind of going through the whole thing with the weights and volumes that you mentioned. So
Yeah.
right, right. Well, let's see. What did you?
I actually learned the weight and volume with RE1 because I think RE1 was already set to yes for the CPU and volume.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big surprise to me.
I mean, you seem to have stepped up the cargo on this compared to this guy over here, the Muhammad. Okay, so these are your earliest builds, and let's go ahead and take a look at what you're working on now. It's very nice, very cool. Kind of has like I kind of feel like it has some stag vibes, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a RE2 version of the Cardinal.
Yeah,
I just modify some things to have more function because now that's what I think about functions. This this one is more it's a starter.
yeah.
That's my that will be my submission for this month challenge. So the Anvil server always making a monthly challenge, and this month is starter CV. So that's my submission. I'm still thinking about the texturing outside, but the inside is done. But I prefer a matte gray like this just to work on the block work first. Now you're trapped. I put these doors there because they're for somebody who doesn't know the CV. Well, he will know that these devices are places there, so they could place block after that if they want.
Aha.
Well, there's no unless they don't know the P menu. So here is a little door to have access to the detector to upgrade it.
Okay, so okay, yeah, so you can fit like a radar in there.
Yeah, the long range.
Hmm.
So on the nacelles, you can upgrade the downgoing thruster for the 2x2, the advanced one.
Hmm.
You can
Right here.
remove the two thruster and put a large one. Same thing for the back. You can remove these four, put an advanced.
Those two are the most important thrust.
Yeah. And now with RE2, what is fun is that you can upgrade the thruster without the need to place extra thrusters. So
Oh,
that's a big plus for us
yeah,
builders.
yeah, I love that, man. One of the better features of it.
We have a hangar for your little Harder SV or HV.
Yeah, this is very nice. Oh yeah, we got the grow plots too. That's always important. People gonna love that.
Yeah. Just near the generator on top, you have also the plasma turbine, so it doesn't you don't consume fuels when the thrusters are off.
Wonderful.
So you have an ammo bay and you have a harvest cargo on the other side. So you can place like fixed drill turrets or well fixed drill modules. And that's what I like with the large wing design like this is that you can, if you want to, you can convert it into a battle CV, placing like huge cannon on top. And
Is this So this would be like a repair station placement? Do you have a
maybe,
Okay, so you don't have anything cut out for that just yet?
yeah, but I think it's half block, so I don't think the repair bay will, unless you can place it on top.
Oh, I like this right here, man. How you're only
That's
exposing like just one block height of this. That looks really good. That's pretty slick. I like that.
I didn't know where to place it because the constructor is pretty large for a small ship like this.
Yeah. Just like the 2 block height that could be very imposing in some areas and just kind of soak up some of the attention. But here, I like what you've done with just exposing the 1 block height of this thing, and then like
I think so.
it looks really good how it sets in there like that. Very fancy. We got a little wraparound bar here. I like that.
Yeah, there's a walk around bar, but there's no gravity generator in it, so so you better use it on not its space. You got on top the drone hatch. If you just you have the drone hatch, go for your little drone, or maybe when you're in space.
Oh yeah.
So I put on it some larger hamster cheeks. Uh, but you can replace the spotlight with fixed weapons, and just on the side of each spotlight you can place drill modules if you want. So you can go up to 4 drill modules if you want.
Oh, very nice. Yeah,
Convert it into you can
this little room
convert
right
it
here.
into a you can change it to a miner if you want.
Nice flow, man. I like it. So will we say that we're done with the exterior here and that you're just kind of finessing, or do you feel like just there's going to be some more development going on?
I think that's it, but unless I have since the deadline for the challenge is pretty far away, and I think the brief is not out yet.
Yeah.
Because every time I heard starter CV, okay, let's go then. I've, that's my favorite type of ship, the starter CV, because you spend so much time on these.
Yeah, honestly,
So
it's probably the most popular category. Like,
yeah,
not 100% of the players are going to be doing mid game or end game stuff, but people are definitely going to be starting, right? And there's like a I don't know, for a lot of people, the big rush of starting a new game after a wipe or maybe going to a different server, that's the biggest factor of enjoyment. So that caters into that population.
yeah. When you start leaving the starting system and you visit other system, you search for resources and stuff. So that's the part you spend the most time, I think, in the starter CV.
Yeah.
So that's a that's a nice category to build because you have a it's sentimental at some point because you spend a lot of the bad things and the good things with your starter CV because you can do mistakes and it's all blown up.
All right, let's take a look here. So we have starting out with our SVs. We're talking about the Void Shark here. Kind of has some Krill vibes.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do a design a different design on this one. It was the RE1 well, it's an RE1 design, and uh, there was an era where the thrusters in RE1 wasn't that good,
Hmm.
but there was the era of the chain reaction where everything was blowing up at the same time because something was blowing up, blowing the other thing around. So we so so now the ships were now bigger, and we need to put some blocks between all devices to avoid that the ship blown up completely. So if you see like just the other one on the side of them, the blaster shark, this one, this one was before that era. So the ships were smaller, thinner, but so now I had to redesign ships with the idea that everything can blow up inside. So I have to put more space for stuff. But so at this point, my ships became larger.
Spine tail here. Not quite a starter, but very snug. I guess it is a starter, actually. Yeah,
It is,
I
yeah.
thought that was a
It
laser for a second. That threw me off. Okay.
it's used the basic resources.
Yeah.
That's my personal starter. So each game I start with this one. So you start with nothing, with the basics. There's no warp drive inside. But you leave the starter planet. You go on the moon. You can find some resource there. You set up a base somewhere. You build a warp drive. You put it in it, and you can explore the starter system. So and when you go on other system, you can. Yeah, there's also Rex. In RE2, there's not SV Rex, and some of them you have medium jet thrusters. So you can just salvage them and put them on it, and you're good to go.
A
So
lot
it's
of
highly upgradable.
yeah, a lot of interior space here. I was about to say.
Yeah, so I built my ship with all the equipment I wanted to have in it, and after that I removed everything and I publish it like this. So it's bare bone.
That's how I do it. Um, yeah, and then you got the various entrances here, so that way, because like that's a thing too. Like if you use this hatch and you start filling this up, you're gonna find yourself in a situation where you can't access placement to these other compartments. So you have these little entryways for that.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
So that's why I said it's the longest thing is the testing.
Yeah. Blitz Shark 2.
I don't like this one. Oh, if I can answer again your question about the one you don't like, this one I don't like.
Oh man, I don't know. It's got some good charm to it. I like the shape
Uh,
to it. It's not bad.
but
Um,
it is, yeah, it's even it was the idea of a drop ship. So with if you have like co-op players with you,
I like it. The storage packs look good here, man. I like that. It sells as like a personal locker. You got three, one for each person. It's very cool.
yeah, even the locker, I put multiple of them. Even if it's not useful, it's RP stuff.
Yeah. Decent amount of cargo there for the ammo.
Yeah, yeah, the idea was you fight the POIs, you raid the POIs, and then you can take what you want, and you have enough space to take essential stuff.
Good framing around the hangar. Or the little shutter door here. I like this, what you got going on here with this angle. Using this block
Yeah,
here, very good. Because it's always a challenge, like, to frame the hangars. You know, some of them, like, if you were to take this block out, it wouldn't look right, but this is actually a slick use of this block right here. Because sometimes the challenge is you might have a full block and it doesn't look good paired up with this. So then your usage of this block here, that's something I haven't even considered.
I think it's the only time I use this block.
There's a lot of sneaky uses for it. With cockpits, with the cockpit when you're using glass and stuff, this block can be very useful for making
Yeah,
connections. But I've never even considered with framing the shutter door, so that looks really good.
thanks.
We got a little bit of upgrade potential here. Yeah, not too bad. I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. This is a really cool looking build.
Okay, thanks.
Aegis Vanguard. Would we say Halo?
That's no, that's the Star Citizen.
Oh, is it? I don't play the
Yeah,
game enough.
it's well, the Anvil challenge was 1 month was a Star Citizen build.
Yeah.
So I think it's my only replica. Uh, so it's if you check the Aegis Vanguard on Google or the image, you will see it looks almost exactly like this.
I'm gonna have to do that. Despite that, I mean, even still, it looks like it's a very cool looking build. Very
Well,
nice.
the original is very cool looking, so
I like this connection you got going here. This use of this block. This is awesome. Very cool connection there.
well, we don't see them in RE2, but there was the shield booster that were on each nacelles on each side. But we don't see them because it's not a part of RE2 now.
Feels like with the original design, Star Citizen, maybe they're going for, well, I guess like a space version of a P-38 Lightning, you could say.
Yeah, maybe.
Some of the vibes I got.
The game, the wings are retractable, so they can close when you land. But yeah, we cannot do that in Empyrion.
Yeah, unfortunate. Nice interior. Pretty cool layout
There's
for a bed. I always like seeing how people do the faux beds. There's always different designs, so yeah, this is pretty
but
cool.
I think in Star Citizen, because I don't play Star Citizen, but I think when you save and when you log out, you need to go sleep. So each spaceship have a bed.
What's the function like? So original, I would presume like the big thing here is you're trying to target as a replica. How does the function work? Is it Is it a decent functioning ship, or is it more so just aesthetic?
Well, the on the on Star Citizen is a heavy fighter. You have a version which is a heavy bomber. So this one, well, we don't see it in RE2, but there was a bomb launcher on it, so it was a bomber. So there's 4 laser cannons to remove the shield, and then you bomb the POI. So it was basically a huge a heavy bomber.
Yeah.
But honestly, heavy bomber, I will not design it like this because there's too much block. It's very expensive and it's increasing the weight for nothing.
Super Osprey.
The
Dr-
Super Osprey. Well,
Dropship.
it's dropship. It's inspired by the original T-22 Osprey. So it's the U.S. military VTOL aircraft, which it's you have propellers on each side, but when it go vertical, it's now rotors like a helicopter. Fortunately, we cannot do that in Empyrion, but it's a futuristic take on that machine. So the car, well, the hangar space and this one, we could put a very small SV or HV inside. So that was the goal of that. Is making a utility ship that you don't need a CV, but you have all the advantage of a SV, so the speed, and you go do your thing with a little SV miner or a cutter. If you just want to cut woods, there's plenty of cargo space in it,
Uh,
so
uh,
you don't need to.
okay, challenge
Yeah, if you.
accepted.
But if you look for the Osprey
hmm
HV, you all the Osprey HV SV fit in it.
Oh wow, this is pretty big. Damn.
But this one is big, a bit long.
hmm Look at that.
Ah, it fits.
Look at that. That's a beauty, man. Come on now. Very cool.
That's what the that was the idea behind it. It's you bring your little HV ASV, you do your job instead of bringing always because last gameplays to bring some cargo and stuff you have a CV, but the CV in the planet I think it's way too big. So with a little SV like this, it's more enjoyable.
A lot of function in here too. Is that
Yeah.
even some upgrade options? Is that what I'm looking at?
I think
Or a
because
bit
the
spare?
parts doesn't exist in
Oh,
RE2, but that was the shield parts. It
yeah.
was a Core 9, and it's all plastic.
Oh,
Some things that not gonna happen. It's an RE2.
is this
So I think
upgrade placement for thrusters? Is that what that is?
oh, it's just
Okay,
aesthetics.
okay. It looks really cool though.
But it's I think it's 60K cargo they have inside.
Oh wow,
I don't remember. It's,
64. Oh my goodness,
yeah, 64.
amazing.
Also, you can put extra cannons, extra turrets, so you could even fight the POIs with it and salvage everything with your little HV or SV in the back and leave.
Oh yeah, I got all the luxuries. Throne hatch, big cargo, easy in and out, full suite.
Even a
Which
constructor, I
yeah,
recommend.
you get a lot of play with this block here. I'm seeing that with your interior SVs. Getting a lot of mileage with that one. Looks really
Yeah.
good. Nice breakup. I love this thing, man.
So yeah, the Super Osprey was the bigger version of the Osprey just on the right. I put a lot of spotlights.
Super version of this one.
Yeah. This one you cannot put some things in the hanger. What I did instead is you have space on the back of the tail to dock your SVHV.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
So if you have a HV with docking pads on top, you could just stick it there. And
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you asked. The induced speeder does have options to put a clamp on the top, and then you just boom, connect that baby there.
be quick because you will fall down.
Yeah, we gotta land this thing. You could probably fit like a POI runner in here, like a 3x2 block, one of the infiltrators or something, the little HV that goes inside of a POI that could probably fit in there if you want to do that.
Yeah, probably.
I like the window work here. I've never like you get the full look here, but then also you get the breakup on the side. It's really interesting. Adds a really interesting look to it.
A heavy glass in triangle like this is in my wish list.
Oh
If it
yeah.
could have other shapes.
Oh please. Let's see. I know we have. Yeah, here we go. Blitz
The
shark.
original big shark. There are 4 thrusters on the back because it's very well armored. So the more armored you add, you need to have a way to move that thing.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, a little dropship.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is the cockpit accessible here?
No, it's not.
Should be, right? I should be able to click them. Traumas. Okay, never mind. Interesting. Alright, so this is a predecessor to this guy.
Yeah. But the problem with 4 thrusters like this is that you don't have place for side thrusters. So
Yeah.
the side thrusters are only for stabilize the thing, but you need to fly it just like a fighter jet. So there's no strafing. It's just you go and you do your stuff.
Yeah, very minimal strafing. Okay, I see what you got going on.
And most
Interesting.
strafing is just hit and run. You
This might work for Filbert challenge. Did you ever do that one? The bombers with only forward thrust?
no.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on that challenge. I mean, it was it was funny. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just like you felt so constrained. So you had to bomb a POI, and there's like a certain list of prefab bombers that we had, and they only had forward thrust.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was certainly something. There may or may not be video of an outburst, and then we're just gonna leave it at that. All right, so we're looking at the cormorant here.
Yeah. Well, I designed it as a freighter. So it's a cargo hauler. But I know that Spenge, I made a video for like top 10 RE2 builds to have,
Mm-hmm.
and he labeled it as a starter.
Oh.
But I don't see it as a starter. But yeah, well, in my last season, the season right now, it was actually my starter because you could find all the resources in the starter system, but not as a deposit. So if you salvage some wrecks, there was a CV Rex in space with advanced thrusters just like this one has. So I could spawn it without leaving the starter system, but yeah, it's not a starter.
Hmm.
So it doesn't consume fuel when you deactivate the thrusters, so it's a moving base basically. So you have everything. You have constructor, deconstructor, landing pads, hangar. So it's a moving base basically.
Like a little bit upgrade potential, yeah, as you were saying.
Mhm. Yeah, there was
Mhm.
Penge saying in his video that the back didn't have enough space for a standard 3x3 shield because it's only a a compact shield generator. So I just like increase one block more in the back. So now you can put a standard shield.
Ah, yeah, very cool. I like the rep round for the constructor here again. Nice setting there. $500K, huh?
Yeah, yeah, 2 times.
Hmm, very
The only
nice.
downside, the only downside is it's a full steel ship. So in RE2 it can be dangerous.
Well, that's fine, so long as it's not a combat craft, I think, right?
Yeah, but sometimes the combat comes at you.
Yeah, that's true. Drones, maybe you're doing some mining or something, and maybe you're watching a video while you're AFK mining,
Yeah.
and boom, it happens. I like it though, man. This would be a good starter. Really would.
Yeah, if you find the resources, it's a good starter.
Yeah.
If you find the resources, because it uses Z&E and you don't necessarily find that in the starter system, so you need to salvage.
Yeah.
You need to infiltrate POIs without destroying the turrets because the turrets have Z&E in it.
All right, Albatross.
Albatross is a big version of the Cormorant. So this one was 8 320K cargoes
Oh yeah,
with with a huge hangar.
much bigger.
Well, this ship also was a ship where I played a lot with the Aztec script. If you go on the cargo number 1 on your left, if you go near it, you will see a text on the LCD. So the Aztec script, what it was doing actually, it was displaying what you had in your cargo. So it was making a list in real time.
Oh, that's sweet. It does that. Wow.
So you can see also on the wall to your left. So you have this statistic of your ship. So you have the quantity of fuel in real time, the quantity of oxygen and pentaxid. So now the Aztec script, since it's in your game, it doesn't work, but it kept the last information because the script is on an LCD that communicates with another LCD.
Oh
So you
wow.
can so these are features, quality of life features that
Yeah.
are so nice because you don't need to go on the P menu. You already have the information on screen. And
Auto.
this was the autofill. So basically, you open that, and the script detects which ships is docked on your ship. It check the quantity of fuel, oxygen, and pentaxid, and it fill them up with what
Wow.
you have with one of your cargo. So if you have that open, you just land your ship, everything is filled up.
So that's amazing. Could you do something like that for ammo as well?
For ammo, I think yes, but it was a major exploit, I think, because you never run out of ammo because it's always delivering the ammo on your ammo container.
Mm.
But there was also many other things. You have the script where you just enter the ship number on a script, and it was dismantling every parts to his. It's like a instant deconstructor on the ship, so everything was stored in the cargo. So there was script like this that was very amazing. So shout out to Astic because his script is amazing.
Little medical bay here.
So if you press on one of the LCD, the one on the right or left, whatever, just behind you,
Oh, just behind me.
just at the stair, you have the LCD. So that's the indicator, but just the one on the other side, there's another projector, yeah. So that's the script. So the script is communicating to another LCD to display the information the script wants.
Interesting.
So it's a lot of programming.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that, but Aztec have good. There's also another player which I was playing with him in another server. It was Noob, and Noob also have a lot of ship with tutorial how to use the script. And this is my favorite script. Is well, there's a bug in it, but each cargo you can see each the quantity, the percent of quantity. It was filled up. You can see the square ring, a light green to
Yeah.
see the quantity if it is at its maximum cargo.
That's
And
awesome.
the other script on the right, that is an autofill script with a log. So each time they tells me what quantity of fuel they add to the ship to be at 100%. So I got the date, the time, and what quantity of things they put in the in the tanks.
Now, I would love to have something like that in the base game. Like, that could do a lot to revolutionize the crew on ships, like give them functions that could read out statuses and stuff.
Yeah, it's well, it's quality of life. You don't need to go on the P menu. You don't need to press F4. You have the information display, so it's a little more immersive.
Yeah.
But since I play mostly on a server, I don't use the Astic script anymore because it doesn't work on server. You need to have the script inside installed inside the server settings.
Enchantress.
Well, this one there's missing parts, but the full deck was
Wasn't that solar?
solar panels.
Yeah, right.
Uh, Gilbert Farmer came with this idea with like areas with the deck is full of solar panels, so that makes like a runway,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time your ship doesn't burn energy.
And that was always the challenge. I say it a million times, but I'm glad we moved on from that for RE2 having to find placement for 48 solar panels. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that's over
This
with.
was indeed. So this one is pretty straightforward. It's not a starter though, but it's you got the production, the hangar, and on the second floor you got the hydroponics.
I, I would like to say I've coined a class, so we have the starter, and then we have one that's a little more pricier than that, moves outside of the basic cost, and I like to call that category the early start. Just saying.
Yeah,
We have starter, and then past that we have early start. Very nice. I like the block work here. Good insets. Opens up the flooring for the farm area.
Mhm.
Was this 36?
4 times 9, yeah, 36. So here you can add extra extenders. So you have 2 times 640k.
Very nice. 320 harvest, 80k ammo. Is there some sort of like a little walkway here? It's like upgrade potential here.
Yeah, you can put some shield parts. You can add extra thrusters, down thrusters. With a little blue carpet.
Good match. I like it. It matches the LCD.
This LCD, I did it and I use it in all my builds. It's always the same one.
No, that's fine, man. I mean, it's good to have your own original thing. LCDs are really annoying. I got like one that I reuse as well. I like this. It's really cool. It's a good one.
Took me hours and days, but yeah, it's done.
A script could get something like that done in a matter of 30 minutes, if not less. The guy's an animal with the LCDs. I mean, salutes to Corey. I guess maybe script too. Script's good with the LCDs as well. But
I think that would be the best cooperation in Empyrion game of all time will be Sulus the Core making a LCD with ASTIC script. That would be the best cooperation ever.
yeah. Let's see. What are we looking at here for price tag? Not too bad. A little bit of Neo. Zany, of
I think
course.
it's a Core 4, if I
Yeah.
remember well.
I like the protrusion here. It has like kind of like a ship feel. You know, subsurface they have these bulbs. It's kind of the vibe I'm catching there.
Yeah, I was using the same system for like the the wizard class and the warlock class also.
Yeah.
So I guess you guess that I play a lot of D&D. Yeah, all my ship is inspired by a subclass in Dungeon Dragon.
Very nice. Um, I did a lot of I played a lot of Neverwinter Nights. I did a little bit of pen and paper D&D briefly, but not too extensive on that. I've maybe done like 5 or 6 sessions of like pen and paper. Everything else as far
But
as
there was a time when I was young that yeah, we had all weekends we have our pen and paper and our dice. I still have my set of dice. We were playing basically second edition, and then the third one arrived. I never played the fourth and the fifth edition. Is there a fifth edition? I don't know.
I think so. I think there's 5 of you.
Yeah, I remember also I played Shadowrun,
Oh yeah,
and
that's a good one.
that was nice. It's cyberpunky.
Hmm. Did you play the
And
Did you play the one on Super NES?
no, just the pen and paper,
Oh,
just
okay.
the paper one. And I remember that we were about to start a game of Heavy Gear, but we never did that game because we were reading the books and we didn't did the playthrough, but that's pretty far away. I think it's 94, 95.
Yeah, a lot of time in Neverwinter Nights. So that's something I liked about was that you had the option to mod it. Very cool, very cool. Having your own hosted server, there's so many cool hosted servers with that game.
And honestly, I think I'm pretty sure Ravian could be a good dungeon master. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I could see it.
Yeah, well, Vermilion, I don't think so because we'll be dead on the first.
Party wife. um,
Okay.
well, that's because that's funny because like I'm thinking back, like my first experience was playing with uh, two brothers that were DMs, and they were complete opposites. Like, one of them he was like by the books, didn't want to overgive people rewards and stuff. I guess he didn't want to spoil the experience, and I get that, right?
Mm.
So that was more of an authentic, although maybe a little bit more challenging, ball busting experience. And then so we played with him for one session, and then the following week he's not there. So then like his brother steps in. This is his younger brother, and he has no problems with handing out, right? So like if I had just like a regular character with like mediocre stats, like his brother's rolling in, and as a DM, he's like handing out like we did some sort of quest, like I don't know, like some sort of thing with immortals, and like there was this reward where we just got absolutely ridiculous stuff. Like I ended up like having a infinite movement rate, and having like this city that took like a week to traverse. Like it's just like that was my reward. I had like this big castle city that like took like a week to, if you're on foot, reaching end to end, right? And then like okay,
Yeah.
his brother came back like the following week, and it's like, oh no, we're not having that. So like you know um we're playing a session with this I guess you could call it a god or whatever. That's my character, and like the infinite movement rate got nerfed, and like the city got confiscated somehow, and all this stuff. Like it's just rolling everything back up, right? So
It's entertaining that kind of game.
yeah, like, and there's a big dispute about it. They're arguing, and it's hilarious. But um it's just, I guess just one of the experiences of the pen and papers. Like, man, you don't have that experience with the games. It's like your imagination is on fire. It's just eliciting thoughts of what your character could look like. And if I had this city, what would that city look like, and then walking through it. And
Yeah,
you don't have that with a game, because like the visuals are already prefabricated for you. So it's like, that's just kind of the distinction between pen and paper and playing a game, and the difference between reading and watching a TV or watching a movie or something like that. Is you don't have that experience of your mind going on fire with imagination.
indeed, and you're never disappointed by the graphics.
Right. Yeah, the Origama Summoner class, very cool.
That's my biggest one, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's my biggest one. I have difficulty to do a big ship. This one is this one took me a lot of time, but
yeah.
yeah, it's way too big. I don't think I will have, not yet, but I'll leave that to the expert.
148 for depth. Not too bad. Not too bad. Um, I like this blockwork here. Good development. And I guess yeah, obviously upgrade spots. So very cool.
Yeah, for thrusters.
Mhm.
So I was imagining a carrier, but since we are in space, there's no need for a runway. So that's why I put hangar doors. So yeah, because since all spaceships are can take off vertically, so that you don't need runways basically. So it's just a upward hangars door.
Yeah, like this little wraparound here. Really, really cool with the block work. I like that.
And each of these are cargo compartments. So it's at the same time it looks like cargo that you can remove,
Yeah.
but you have each cargo blocks, yeah, the cargo container on in each of these.
Have you done something with module support?
No, I think that will be about because the Astra system is pretty perfect, I think.
Yeah.
I feel that well the Stan did one,
Hmm.
I think, and Gerondel did his own.
Yeah.
But I think the Astra and the other two they are so perfect. So I think the best I could do would be like a module carrier, but using the module that already exists. I think it's fun to have a standard for this that we all have that standard of form,
Hmm.
so multiple carriers can have the same module format. So just like a USB. So anything that you build, if if you have the setting to have these modules, you can use the modules of anyone. So that's something that the community that's something that the community can do this, and it's awesome.
Forgot about this little guy here.
The Glamdring. Yeah, because the Glamdring, the other name is the Faux Hammer, and the Faux Hammer is the colleague of Master Chief in Halo.
Yeah.
And since it's inspired by the Pelican from Halo, so it was a little wink.
Nice little upgrade area too.
Yeah, so this one only have a cargo, ammo cargo on it of 12K, because 12K is enough to use all the ammo and stock some stuff in it. So there's only one cargo.
No, that's
So
perfectly
it's a
fine. Do you use any like So what I love about like the infrareds is the ammo weighs practically nothing. So if you're in a situation where like you're sharing a box, something like this would be a good scenario. Like this could be infrared, and just using ammo for that basically takes up nothing as far as weight and volume.
Mhm. Yeah, I designed it also with the lasers, the medium lasers. At that time,
Hmm.
these were the best fixed weapon, I think. And then when I published it, Vermilion did a debuff, a nerf.
Oh.
Like it was minus 15% against turret, which is not bad, but they reduced that at minus 33.
Oof.
So I cried a little. Oh god, thank you. Now my ship is useless.
All right,
But
so
now what I do is I spawn it two times. I spawn it one with lasers and the other with the railgun. So it divide the job.
now we're having a look at this baby, the Cardinal. Kind of the pinnacle of starter CVs, if you will.
It doesn't have a lot of function, but yeah, it's cheap. It's you have this place for your starter SV or HV or your miner, and you have your warp drive, you have some shield, you have some defense. So there's no hydroponics inside, but you have everything you need to have a good start.
It's like a, I would say a micro CV. It's kind of that category. Maybe a little,
Yeah.
maybe slightly outside of it. Maybe somewhere between a starter and a micro CV. It's a very good sweet spot though.
Yeah. That's another thing that in my wish list for Empyrion. It would be another block format. Like CV is way too big, SV is way too small. I would like to have some things between the two.
An
I think
LV.
that yeah, like or MV medium vessel.
Mm-hmm.
but but yeah, some things that like half the block of because I think SV is like 4 times,
Yeah,
well, less
great
than that.
time.
So sometimes some things between the two because for starter CV I think is way too big.
Yeah. Uh,
But
yeah, it's yeah. So they, if I'm not mistaken, they did have intentions to do a LV class, right? So if SV blocks are 3 for 1 of a CV block, I think the LV was supposed to be 2 for 1. That
yeah,
would have been a scale of that, which I think
yeah,
would
and all the devices are approximately half the performance of what you have on the CV. But so
yeah
it's I think could be a very good categories for a starter because with big ship like this, you are as big as the POI. So if you go on the trade POI, you are as big as the POI. So
yeah
so that's annoying. So that's why I use my Martin because you can land on the landing pad of the POI instead of crashing, taking the whole POI to yourself. But this one is one of my ship with the most subscribers. I think we are at 2,900 now.
yeah. It's very beautiful, very elegant. Nice float the wing there, cockpit, how that flows into it. A lot of options. Very good, very snug starter. So it's good.
This
This thing's got character, man. This thing is just loaded with character. And
so
of course, you get upgrade
my work in
potential.
progress. Yeah, indeed. It's and my work in progress, the one I was showing, we were checking later before, has the same cockpit and the same thruster nacelles. So I just copy paste.
Oh yeah.
I just put the nacelles on the right one a little longer,
Mm-hmm.
so I could put better thruster inside. But it's the same cockpit, and it's the same idea. So the warp drive is on top with the generators, and you have the other functions on the floor. But with with this, I could do something more longer, so I could add some hydroponics. So there's more functions now.
Yeah. A hydro is always important for a starter. Um,
Yeah,
a lot of people need that hydro. So the YT6500, that is a call into the Star Wars universe.
yeah. So that was a challenge on the Anvil to make Star Wars inspired ship. So there's nothing functional on this. It's just an idea. It's just a design. So I didn't want it to put some function on it, basically. I just wanted to put parts and designs to look like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I even put the Corellian logo.
That's pretty slick. I like that.
Yeah, so I spent hours to on making the LCD with the picture of the logo on other screen and making exactly the same.
CEC.
So yeah, there's nothing very functional of that ship. It's just a look.
That's very
That's
cool.
the shield generator. If you leave the ship, you will see that the shield generator is exposed. Because I think the shield generator like this looks good when it is moving. You see rotating parts. So I think that's feel really like kind of ship you can see on Star Wars, like very industrial.
Yeah.
That's that's why there's all the pipings and the rusty bits.
Yeah, it's good to see dynamic parts. So unfortunate that we have to expose some things to show a little bit of
Yeah,
action.
so that's why it's a concept.
Nice little panorama there. Kitchen area, lounge, displays. So we're looking at for cargo. 320K. Not too bad, not too bad. That's
And
interesting. Yeah.
since the Corellian ships have like a big thruster on the back, and there no thrusters in front, so the front thrusters are hidden. So there's no front thrusters in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I did fake thrusters. I did fake thrusters in the back, so just like the Corellian Corvette. I think there was some solar panels here.
Yeah, that's probably
I
what it
don't
was.
remember.
Yeah, it had to be what it was. Yeah, there's no telling. I mean, it would have to be slow panels because that's definitely the you're looking at fitting some in there. So that would make sense. These are probably field extenders, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, very cool, man. I love it. I knew it was Star Wars right away by seeing this thruster configuration. That's big as hell. Definitely
Yeah.
Corellian design. All right, so we went over the druid and the conjurer. RA2, obviously.
Yeah, that's RE2. So big nose, cannons in the back, decoys in the front, all the thrusters in the back. So there's only um, a fusion reactor, a small fusion reactor. So to spawn it, there's some grind,
Yeah.
but yeah. Normally my playthrough, that's after leaving the planet, the starting system. That's the thing I do is unlocking all you need for fusion reactor. Because other people in the server don't do that right now, so you can sell them the parts,
Ah,
make money.
oh, okay, okay.
But also when I play with my faction, is my faction like there's one or doing something, there's somebody else doing something else, so I choose to unlock all the traders to have all the parts. So that way all my faction already have the parts if they want a fusion reactor.
So you guys like you're broken up into specialties, huh?
Yeah. I'm more like on server with other people on the faction, I prefer playing the logistics. I don't know why. I love to put everything in order. Like, don't put the auto sort on the cargo because I get mad. But I play like
Uh,
I take care of the farms. I take care of the repair. And I don't know why.
no, that's fine. We need those people, right?
Yeah. So,
I
but
need I.
I do.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but I do like raid POIs and do some drone hunting and the legacy stuff. But mostly I'm in the base and I'm taking care of the base. So you can add two other medium shield parts on it. Could put small ones on top.
So have what sort of targets have you taken this thing against?
This one I use it to farm the I don't remember the name. The first Zarex CV with the parts you need for the legacy extender. I don't remember the name.
Is that the is that the destroyer?
The Emerat, yeah, the Emerat.
Yeah.
Your the first Emerat with that will take like 30 minutes, but you will finally get through it.
Hmm.
But it's a Core 7, so when you get the parts you need for the superior extender, so you can put it Core 9,
Yeah.
and with Core 9 you can have better weaponry on it.
Oh, it's pretty good for 7. Hmm.
But yeah, the front you have a turret decoy, and you have also a fixed laser cannon as a decoy. I use the colonist bolter because it's a turret, but the CPU is 7,500 instead of 10,000. So you save 2,500 CPU to do
Yeah.
something else.
Very slick.
Don't build battle CVs with a big hangar. I don't think it fits, but
Right.
at
Yeah.
least there's a landing pad.
No,
Just like a battleship, there's a landing pad in the back for your helicopters or something.
yeah, a little small SV. That's fine. No, that's perfectly fine. You don't. We have to be more efficient in RE2, right? So
Yeah.
that would just be wasted space. So I can understand that. I mean, you could have like something like this could be designed to get you to that point where you could have that warship that's kind of has a little bit more space to accommodate bigger hangar area. That's fine, but getting to that point, you need something like this that's more efficient.
Yeah.
So the diviner is kind of in that grain as well.
Yeah. Diviner was the end game ship of the RE1. So that's something I didn't like about RE1 is was a turret first of all.
Yeah.
Uh, so to have an end game ship, you need to have like 40 turrets to be efficient. So instead of it in RE2, you have 10 turrets and you're fine with that. And that's what I find amazing. For a builder point of view, having to put
Yeah.
40 hard points to have a decent ship is annoying.
Yes, very annoying. And then on top of that, you're wanting to get solar panels on, right?
Yeah.
It's just come on, man. So the surface is just looking crazy at that point. So
And then you put an end game fusion reactors, and the fusion reactor itself alone is not enough. So so you need to designed some things with 2 fusion reactors with all the shield parts, and that's make heavy, big uh, ship. And I'm not good at doing that.
Yeah.
But my designs looks have always the same concept. You have a landing pad, you open, there's a hall with all the materials you can store, and then there's a bridge.
Hey, nothing beats easy access, right?
Mm.
Yeah, you certainly
You
learn
can,
that. You certainly learn that in drone space, for example. Like you know,
yeah,
you don't need any lolling about to get to your control points. Like you need to get there right away. Because if you're out there, you're looting a nullifier, and then something else is popping up on you. You need to be ready to get back into that ship really easy.
yeah. And there's always that bug where there's an invincible nullifier.
Uh huh.
Surprise, your ship is dead.
Yeah. Always a nullifier. I think that has to do with clear pivot. No cap. It's a clear pivot thing. Abjure is I guess would be
That
the more proper upgrade over the Conjurer. Just to be the step up, right?
yeah, Abjurer. The Necromancer is a step up, but this one is the last step. Is uh, yeah, the Necromancer is there. So
Okay, so we're going from Conjurer to Necromancer.
the Necromancer was the my submission for a ship that could fight the Legacy. So it's all designed to fight all the Legacy ship. So big cannons but it is those are real rail guns.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you need to know where the cores are, but when you know where the cores are, they are pretty good. But it's all Xeno steel. So the all the aesthetics on the outside is would be combat steel and hardened steel, but inside it's all Xeno. That way is more efficient against the legacy weapons.
Yeah.
And there's upgradability because if you fight the legacy, they they drain. You don't need a shield basically. So since the Xeno steel gives you bonus and shield HP, I didn't decided to add some shield boosters yet. So all the ship shield HP is made by the Xeno steel around it. There's no penalties with the recharge rate. So there's a fusion reactor, so you have plenty of bonus to recharge, but it's not what it is. It's not useful against Legacy.
Yeah.
But I put some modulated laser turret on it, but I think it's a bug because it was supposed to. There's I think Vermilion adds something over the turret so they cannot be killed. But if the ship is moving, you can kill them before killing the structure around it.
So now we move on to the Abjure from there.
Yeah, the Abjurer here is the core 17, so it's all the cores, all the weapons, all the thrusters. It's the big fusion reactors. It's all the end game parts. So I designed it as a personal goal at the end game. What ship I want to have at the end of the game. So this is the one.
And then now since then we've added new caps for the weapon count.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So the 8 heavies are. Did you change the 8 heavies?
Is it 8 or 6?
Oh, it was 6 before, but now it's 8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, so I have the EMP cruise missiles are considered as heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 4 heavy plasma and 4 EMPs.
Yeah, and EMPs are really good. They get like a mileage.
Yeah, they are my best friend. So again, a bridge.
Mhm. And this we went over this before. You got access to repair the big
Yeah,
guns. Obviously, you drone in. Yep, very slick, very efficient killing machine. Yeah, I don't think you have any like farm plots in there, and
oh no, it's only combat, only guns and
right,
thrusters and armor.
it's a form
Yeah,
function killing machine.
yeah, it's just made to I tested it against Toveras because that's what I wanted to do. That's a ship to kill Toveras and all the other ships of the game. So I tested it against Toveras, Eradicator. They can kill them all, but it's not. I won't make a video out of it like how to kill a Tovera in 5 minutes. It's not gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
it, it, if I think it took me 30 minutes, but it's so what I decided to do in the design is to do a recharge rate that was faster than the Tovera. So if you go through it, you find a sweet spot where you kill the turrets at the same spot all the time. And when you're low on shield, you go back out of range. You let recharge. Anyway, you recharge faster than the Tovera, so you get an advantage.
Hmm.
So you go back and forth, back, forth. So that's the only way I found to kill the Tovera with this. Maybe there was other ways, but that's the easiest.
I
And
look.
anyway, if your shield is down, you can keep fighting because it you have decoys, you have like multiple layers of combat steel and Xenos.
Yeah.
So so you probably have the nose disappeared, but that's it.
There's a good bit of block work there for it to chew through before it starts getting to something really important. Very
Yeah.
nice. It's like a big bully. Uh, Sombra Destin. So kind of. Well.
It's a French. It's in French. It's un sombre destin. It's a dark fate, if you want.
Okay.
uh, yeah, because the name of the ships in Halo always have some weird names.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was a Halo team builds from again an unbuilt challenge. I know the ships in Halo have these big thruster in the back and these square shaped forms. But yeah, in Halo they are way bigger than that, but in Imperial we cannot do that.
Yeah.
They have a big gun in the front, but since we didn't have big guns, I set a couple of artillery cannons.
This was before the railgun.
Yeah, I didn't think about the rail guns.
Railgun is a hotness in RE2. A lot of like good function out of that. Yeah,
It's the only weapon I haven't tried yet. I should try it.
that'd probably be a perfect fit.
But again, it's a concept, so there's nothing very practical. It's the frame outside is steel.
Oh yeah,
Um, so I just made it for the look.
I would say you succeeded in that. Very nice.
What I love to do builds like this just for the looks because it gives me some. So all the other ships after that have these inspiration in the back. So like that shield part with the shield generator with shield parts on the side. There's that on all my other ships. That's where it come from.
Nice use of that deco piece. Really cool right there.
Always put the shield generator in front because if your ship lose all his nose, that's the less important parts is the shield because your ship is dead anyway. So
Mm.
you just need to escape.
Nice little
like
accessible. I like the being able to touch thrusters there. That's really cool.
yeah, and it's this is again something else that you see on my other ships. That is where I started doing that. That the thrusters looks good on the backside of the blocks.
Hmm.
So it's cool to show them.
Did I miss the control station? Oh, here we are. Okay.
Again, the LCD,
No,
the same LCD again.
that's fine. It's I got my one LCD as well. Yeah, this is a beauty. I love that back thruster profile. Looks really cool. Very nice. It definitely captures the essence of Halo. Yeah, I love this. Really love this look. It's got that,
Oh, thanks a
you know,
lot.
it sells Battleship, right? It's unapologetic, elongated nose with the function in the back for preservation and the block work there. It's definitely that classic space battleship look. And then of course, like we talked about before, you got that nice dressing, nice wraparound for the back end of the ships for this whole run. Looks really good.
Thank you. Again, yeah, it's big inspiration from battleships that we all know, like World War II battleships, like
Yeah.
the Yamato class or the Iowa class. So they are shaped the same way.
And you kind of see that inspiration with the development of the big guns here, how that carries up. So yeah. And then you have done some bases as well. So we have the Oregama starter here. This is
Yeah,
oh yeah.
don't use a lot of resources. It's a starter base, so you got everything you need at the beginning. But use stones, iron, this is all the basic resources.
Yeah, real cheap. Oh yeah. Yeah, nice little starter, man. That's really cool. Um yeah, really cool design. I like that. It's yeah, I'm adding some accent there with the kind of the angles there. It's really cool. Kind of feels like it would be a good so right, maybe something like kind of like a expendable base, just putting it out somewhere, maybe like outside of a POI, something like that. It's just I could see more function than just a starter base, like something that you could just kind of like use as an outpost on a base. Yeah, really cool.
With the turret just so with the turret just over the wall, firing inside the inside the POI.
Yeah,
I don't know the height of the walls of POIs, but yeah,
a little bit of cheese tactic. I could see that. So the Procyon pocket base.
yeah. Hence the name is a pocket base. It's something you drop somewhere and that's it. You have some utilities like you have space for a constructor, a bigger one, the constructor. You can add the container extension if you want to increase the quantity of you can carry.
Hmm.
It can be used as a starter base also.
Okay, that could be. Very cool. Very cool. This is probably let's see what we got here. A ground station. Yeah, Procyon ground
Yeah.
station.
So I had this problem. Well, I guess everyone had this problem with when they're spawning base because base are fun to when you build them on survival live with the terrain. But sometimes when you spawn a base, you always have problem with the bottom parts because the terrain is not flat.
Yeah.
So I decided to design something that was higher than the terrain. But I
Ah.
had some I had some problem with the integrity. So I had to put some truss blocks around it to keep the integrity intact. I think Akiva did a POI with this.
Oh, really?
It's called the Procyon Lab.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I have seen that.
he took that design and made something else, which is cool. I don't personally do POIs, but if there's people who are better, who know how this works and use my base, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, bases are a completely different animal with the structural integrity. That's a thing. I've not.
Yeah,
I mean, I've got a few bases now. I haven't released any just yet, but yeah, that's a thing. And then a thing that I'm not very versed in.
yeah. Just like the other, just in the back, the Araguma habitat is the same concept because the terrain is always changing. So
Yeah.
instead of doing the base directly on the ground, just put some blocks to elevate it and do the base over that. But now do space station in space instead. It's
Yeah,
less
much easier.
complicated.
And this is the habitation for the run. Yeah, this looks like
Yeah, so
this would be a good POI, I think.
so again, so you have the landing pad on top.
I like the light. That's very cool. Now,
Thanks.
now we have the prefab ones, or yeah, prefabricated ones. But this one, very cool street light.
Yeah,
Flows really
that was
good.
before prefab. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of space in here. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the roof is half block, so when you put the lights like this, it's not stick to the roof. There's like a
Yeah,
space between the lights and the roof.
I like that. Nice style. And then you got the truss blocks just to show off that concept. To say that there's no connection. Very slick. I'll have to run with that.
So yeah, there's two floors. Well, the first floor, this one, well, the second. You're on the first, but it's the second. But it's more like the lounge room with lots of RPs, and so now you have the compartment for the cargo. So there's 4 times 320K. Well, when there was 320K maximum, but now let me change it.
You got an upgrade.
And you pass through the first floor, which was a production floor, where you can put some constructor, and furnace if you want. So the roof is a bit higher because you need space, three block space for the furnace.
Very nice. space for upgrading the generators there.
Yeah.
Nice little accent with the window there and the blockwork.
And little windows for the view.
Ah, okay. It's like, wait a minute. Man, this is really slick, man. I can't get over this. Like that just it almost looks like a prefab piece. Very nice.
You can see also on each side you have these same thing, but a little longer
Yeah,
on each side of the windows. It gives a more industrial look, I think.
it does. Yeah. When you got something with truss blocks, that really brings it out. If you're going for industry, truss blocks are always going to do it. And then we have the polar outpost out here in the desert.
Yeah.
This would look really good in the snow. So you got to apologize, or I mean, I have to apologize for this. This would look really good. I think this would flow good. It's really convincing blockwork, nice use of this texture.
Yeah, it looks like it's some snow that went away and you see the grass below.
Yeah, it's really good looking. I'm sure that would look awesome in the snow. And then like look at the snow overflow right there. It's really cool.
There was a December team build is in with the anvil is in December is always a snow team build. I submitted this base. Again, it's not it's I would rather say it's a concept. It's not a functional, very 100% functional base. There's no hydro plots inside,
Yeah.
but it's just for the look. And I I like the like with what I did with the snow, making ramps to make the base higher, so that makes that you can spawn it in any terrain. Basically, if the terrain is not flat, at least you can put it a little below, so it looks like it fits better with the terrain. I know that Solus Decor did a scenario on with this PO with this base as a POI. So you start the scenario in this base.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I I did download some of his. I guess he has like quests. He'll do quests for scenarios and stuff. And I've downloaded a couple. Haven't got around to trying those out.
So again, I'm very happy that people use them as POIs and do stuff with them.
Yeah,
Because I don't see that as a functional base, but as a POI, it would be great.
I like this tier of accent. You got the one, you got two, and then you got three right here. This layer, and then it's uh, darker as you go deeper.
And this textures is it's paint chipped, but it more looks like snow and ice that entered the cracks of the metal.
Yeah, that's slick. That's slick. Yeah, I love this thing, man. This is the snow overflow with this black work. It looks really cool.
Thank you.
It's just it sells it, man. This one block right here. And then it wraps around the hanger that sells it, man. It just looks so damn good.
Cool.
And we have the underground outpost here.
This is an in-game base, a useless end-game base. I just wanted to do a fortress with a lot of cannons, but everything that attacks you is only drones. So maybe one day base attack will be more dangerous, but it's like an overkill because the drone is not in range to fight and is already dead.
Mhm. Now there are the like the level 3 0x base attacks. Those could be pretty beefy. You're talking about like
Yeah,
2 to 3 drop ships, maybe upwards of like 7 or 8 drone ships attacking, and then they're all hitting you at the same time. That could be
yeah.
pretty.
This time yeah, it could be more useful for this.
Yeah, I could
But it was
definitely.
designed for so you need to dig first and then you spawn it, and inside you have the hangar where you stuck your SBs.
Oh, that's cool. It's a good layer of protection.
Yeah, so inside you have the second floor here where you have the hydroponics, you have constructor, all the functionalities, you have a furnace. So this is spot for hydroponics. So you can put extenders.
This reminds me of a new POI. I'm just getting vibes of that. It's got kind of the same concept, a central open area theme. I forget the name of it, but man, that thing was a
I know there
pain.
was a drum bass in the past. There was a drum bass like this, and RE1.
Yeah.
I remember that you had to go inside and you were everybody is firing at you on each side.
This is really cool, man. I would definitely dig something out like this because if you got like this layer of shelter, um, you could park away your CVs because this is a real thing. Like we had this issue when we started playing. I think it was last season. We started on Oskatoon, and we were getting hit by drone attacks and leaving stuff outside is exposing it, and so we were losing some SVs. So something like this where you could tuck away some vehicles inside of the base is really cool.
But
I
it's not a good idea for HV though,
right, yeah.
because there was a player who was using this base, and he told me that he removed one of the wall and he dig like a road to go up to the surface. So it's possible.
Oh, really?
You can remove that, put a
Yeah.
5x3 hanger and hangar door.
Yeah, I could see that. That would make sense. Yeah, that could work. So either one of these. Right.
But everything is combat steel and the concrete, like the armored concrete. A lot of HP, a lot of defense. It's a fortress.
Very cool. Nice overlapping fire. Good angles on these things.
I more see it as a PvP base. If you have somebody who raids you that is an actual player, I think it's going to be way more useful.
Hmm. So we got the spawn in the HVs. Decapod there.
With the thruster that doesn't exist.
See, Osprey was yours, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And again, this is
My
just
only
this is just a
my only
sampling.
tanks.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's my only tanks. I don't like HV, so I don't design a lot of tanks.
They are their own creature. I will give you that. The way the weight loads up, it can be really annoying because there's like tilting and tipping issues.
Oh, you're on the passenger seat.
I am. That's going to explain why there's no movement. Ah, okay. Yeah, nice little protected cone of fire there. Look at that. I see. Very cool. So it's not just an external view. You do have some first-person interaction there.
Yeah, mostly you fight in third person, but if you want to aim more precisely, you go first person.
Yeah. Artillery piece. Very nice. What are we looking at?
Yeah, there's some thruster missing though, but so it's probably more expensive than that.
Core 4. Yeah, so you could probably move with what you got now without having to add the thrusters in. So this is a big thing in RE2. The artillery turret, or just artillery in general. Being able to outrange the enemy base and pick off the turrets, that's going to save a lot of resource, a lot of heartache, headache.
I
Getting,
haven't tried it.
yeah.
I should try it.
Hmm.
I'm allergic to HVs.
And then on top of that, they're just kind of like the whole thing with clipping with the terrain, and then it just rolls over it in an over exaggerated fashion. That's really annoying. That's something that needs to be corrected.
Yeah. If at least you could, like, if you hit the terrain, that you dig the terrain with the weight of your tank,
Yeah.
could be fun.
So the decapod
When
is the one with missing thrusters. Again, here we go. We got the signature piece, the signature move there with the. I called it. Oh yeah, got everything you need. Even a little bit of expansion space right there.
there was a shield part there, but yeah, RE2.
Yeah, got it. What are we looking like for layering? All right, got combat steel. A good few layers of it. Is it a full encasement of combat steel? It looks like got a little bit of hardened steel in the back. Weight saving.
Yeah, combat steel is more for between the devices and in front and on the sides.
Yeah. Then you got a room for expansion with the turrets on the exterior, looks like.
Yeah, there's also a spot for a box core inside on the right.
Wow. Very nice. Yeah, HVs are getting good mileage for RE2. They're very efficient for the ground play for POIs. It's things like the SVs that just get chewed up too easy. With the enemy POIs having a bonus against the SVs with the flak turrets, it's too much.
I prefer using HB for miners and for cutters to cut trees because that's the only thing that can do that
Yeah.
for cutting trees. But this one is like a little HV with all the functionalities.
Yeah, it looks super efficient. constructor on the back. Little cargo trumps there for that's a little aesthetic. What are we looking at here? No cargo?
There is one. Well, it's a harvest cargo, I think. Yeah, harvest cargo.
Ah, interesting. It didn't show up in the list. Hmm. No, it's just, I guess it would have to be ammo in order for that to spawn up. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, there's no ammo. There's no ammo container.
Very zippy. Very zippy.
You have to shift O. And suddenly you can do anything with that.
Ah, look at that. No, it's still working. You got enough for us to get out. See?
Yeah, that's how I tested it. Is I wanted to be sure that if you have 12,000 cargo of copper, that you can leave leave the hull.
That's the first time I've ever seen that shift though function. What it said just slows it down? Is that's a thing?
Yeah, I think I just converted it for RE2, but I didn't adjust the thrusters properly.
Yeah.
It's super agile.
Okay, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that. That's interesting. Oh, that can
So you
basically
can
turn
turn
around.
around in
Yeah,
your hull.
that's very nice.
Another thing that I test, can I
Hmm.
turn around?
Yeah, that's always a benchmark for the miner. And it's kind of sus, like, would that docking pad kill that? But apparently not.
Yeah, but well, the retractable gears they get all the way stuck, but the landing pads are not bad.
Yeah, because that's actually the collision mesh. With the gear, it's going to
Yeah.
be a full block. So this works.
Yeah.
That's cool.
As you see, there's the landing pads on the top. That's for the Osprey ASB, so you can dock on it. So that's it.
I'm surprised this thing just isn't like straight full containers. Instead of you get some carbon on here. Nah, this is really cool, man. I like this. Very charming. How does this work on like the high G stuff? Have you tested it there?
Not this one. Yeah, this one won't do very good on the high G.
Well, this was built for RE1? Is this where this started?
Yeah, that's a RE1 thing.
Well, so for RE2, if you upgrade these thrusters, I think you could have that potential.
I guess so. Yeah.
We just gotta find out where we're gonna put that, like a basic or two. That could be a thing. Maybe get rid of one of these blocks, and then you got an expansion there. That'd be working, man. It'd be a high G for RE2. Go
Okay.
get some lava planet work done.
Well, in that case, lava planet or a high G planet, I use my Martin instead.
Very cool, very close. And again, this is just oh, we didn't look at these guys. That's right. We got the La Belle Province.
Oui, la belle province. It's a food chain here in Quebec.
Is it?
Yeah, it's poutine, hot dogs, and hamburgers, like fast food. So I did that for fun. I tried to
Oh
do
wow.
a poutine in LCD.
Oh no, that's sweet,
Yes.
man. Yeah.
So the top part is a restaurant basically, and you have all the functionalities on the second floor, well, and the basement.
Yeah, okay, all right, I remember this. Because, like, I'm asking, dude, where's the pineapple pizza? You don't have it up there.
Did you know we have pineapple poutine? I confirm it exists.
I did not know that.
Well, now you know.
Hmm. This is like, yeah, this captures that vibe, man. This does.
Yeah, that hamburger and the fries
Fries.
took me a lot of time.
It works, man. That's definitely fries, man. I'm I'm
It's
sad to
just a soft drink.
yeah, but what lets it down is that these aren't crinkle cut fries, man. You just got regular
Oh,
straight fries. If you put some zigzags in there, you could have crinkle cuts. Because everybody knows crinkle
I'll
cut
try
is the best. Yeah,
that.
that's something to keep in mind for the next one. We have a little bit of upgrade potential here.
Yeah, for CPU extenders.
This is where we get to the business sector.
Yeah. So that's a spot for the universal constructor. This one.
Yeah. What we got here? 3 times 9,
21.
27. Or, yeah,
20,
21.
yeah, 27.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Pro Plus. Yay. I think it's 2 times 640K for the cargo. I don't. Okay, yeah.
Hmm. That's
Some
still
of
a,
my
it's
bills
still
I
a,
don't remember.
that's a good size. That's a good size.
I have bills that I don't remember anything.
Mhm. Not too bad. Nothing is hitting 10K. Basically, everything is like at 5 or 6K for iron. Yeah, this is really good.
And again, it was something I made for fun, but at
Hmm.
the end I decided why not adding some functionalities on it. So that's why I copy paste the first floor for a second floor, and then I put some functionalities.
Does it have a jukebox?
No, I think so. Did I put a jukebox? Um, oh, I didn't.
Oh no.
I put a O2 station.
Hmm. Oh well. Can't win them all. I love it, man. It's got good character. I like the
I
LCD
thank you.
the LCD markers for the parking. That's really cool. Oh yeah. La belle province. Let's see here. Uh, yeah, Procyon Space Station.
So this is like, I think it's the first space station I did. I submitted one to Ravian, which is all destroyed because Ravian wanted some space wrecks. So I just took a SV with torpedoes and I shot torpedoes on it. I don't know if you put it back in RE2, but I know in RE1 if you have a space station wreck, it is this space.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
So yeah, the idea was to have a space station with two big hangar doors, and each module have a specific function. So this module obviously is for production. But the other side is RP, living room.
This will look good in space, and you've got like the panorama. You're looking at the sun or something, or maybe
Yeah, I placed the solar panels on the same side as the lounge,
yeah,
so you're facing the sun basically.
very nice. That's where we started.
So here you have the CPU extenders, and on the other side is the power. So yeah, to add some generators, you have to remove the glass.
Okay. Entrance exit. O2, obviously. Good call. Turrets for defense.
Yeah,
This reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but like there's people that will take they'll cast aluminum, they'll melt it in this pot and they pour it into these ant mounds or like little ant hills in the ground, and then as you know the aluminum will cool off and then it becomes like this rigid thing, and then they'll dig away at the exterior of it and you pull it up and it looks exactly like something like this. You could see all the pockets and the pods and different sections and
yeah,
stuff.
indeed. I already saw that.
Yeah, it reminds me that it's just cool looking, man.
I think it looks like a big duck face because the two hangers are the eyes and the lounge is the
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You ever run into that? That's an issue with building ships, man. Like you build in the front of it. Oh, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't spawn it anymore.
uh, it's I don't know, man. It doesn't look well. You can kind of see it right there. It kind of looks like a gremlin or something at that angle.
Yeah, okay.
uh, this is cool. I like this.
I like this one. It's like a starter, but it's a little more complex.
Yeah.
But if you want to settle down somewhere near a sun to start gathering resources, so you got everything you need. You have hydro plots, you have constructor, and on the second floor, you have faithful furnace, deconstructor, extenders.
Oh, now we're completely shifting. Like now we're going to the oranges. We're going from cooler colors to warmer colors. It's
Yeah,
really
because the furnace are
yeah,
placed there. So with the furnace, it looks like very hot in this area.
yeah. I'm feeling that. That makes sense. It's a good shift. Yeah, good touch with the accents again here. Using that exterior over the glass looks really good. Nice details. Pretty cool little frame right here. So a lot of times I'll just kind of wing it. I'll strap one bar. I'll just stretch one bar. Not
Yeah,
interested in doing the work, but you get this nice little connection here to this half block width. Looks really good.
and there's a lot of work of thin blocks on this one. It's mostly thin blocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you having good clean connections here, so it's not just you leaving this out here exposed, but it flows back into the rest of it. It's really good. Corners there as well. It's all justified.
So there's no defense on it on stock, but there's hard points.
Yeah, we put some right here, right? Top and bottom.
Yeah, could put a shield on the at the below the landing pads. You could put a shield there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Well, it generally, base like if I'm spawning a station, then I don't do it unless it's a pacified system. So I've never really had function for weapons on a spaceship. I've never experienced anything like that where one would be attacked.
yeah. Never been attacked in space, but yeah, you have the possibility to choose your spot before, so you always spawn this in an area you know you won't get attacked.
Very cool. Again, this is just a sampling of your build, so there's certainly we've got 12 pages of builds now. I think I saw that. Something like 12 pages.
I think I'm at 90
Not
submissions.
yeah. So definitely a growing library. Again, you're inspired by RE2 and feel compelled to build for that. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more from you.
Of
Uh,
course, yeah, of course.
one last question is, and I guess we touched on it a little bit before. Some of the different glass that you'd like to see, but the question is, what items or features would you like to be seen added to Empyrion?
Well, I think it's rather complete. I think they should improve some stuff already implemented in the game, such as the AI, um, more performance, I guess, like when you're on the planet, like what we have right now. There's plenty of stuff, but the frame per second reduced, like optimization. I think I think they should work more on AI and optimization now, and let the rest the content of modders, because I think Vermilion and Ravian do an excellent job on that. I think they should just focus on AI and optimization.
Okay, I could agree with that. Definitely better AI for POIs. They do some silly things, the troops and
Yeah,
stuff.
just imagine you have a base on a planet, and you have a Zyrex that comes to destroy your base, but it's an SV Zyrex. who has almost the same skill as a player, that
Oof.
will be dangerous.
Oh, that would be. Oh, that would be crazy dangerous.
But now you're fighting an SV with all the advantage you have when you have an SV. So yeah, that could increase the challenge, I think.
Yeah. Any parting words for the audience?
Oh well, just play the game. I think if you, I'm just looking forward for the next seasons because that's the when you get the inspiration is when you play the game. Suddenly you face something you never faced before and you think about a way to do it. So continue playing the game.
Very nice. All right, sir. Thank you for coming aboard. Appreciate you
That's
having
was it.
having you as this guest for Artist Behind the Art.
That's a pleasure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Till next time, LyfeForce out. Hey, folks, if you enjoy my content, please consider becoming a patron today. As a patron, you gain access to exclusive builds not featured on the workshop, early access builds, as well as participate in a number of things, including polls, feedback, comments, suggestions, ideas, or anything you'd like to submit to current and future builds. If any of this appeals to you, please consider becoming a patron today. Link in the pinned comment below. Thank you.